Alright, next pay-per-view. Anyways, back to what I was talking about, the whole SmackDown thing, or Raw. SmackDown by far, I watched all the clips and shit on YouTube. And the show just looks far more interesting than Raw. Raw, the big problem Raw will always have is 3 hours. No one wants to sit through a fucking 3-hour show unless it's a pay-per-view. And you're supposed to do this every fucking week. Watch 3 hours of Raw. Like, it's just such a fucking stretch. Even with the cruiserweights added to Raw, it's still a fucking drag. It makes it a little less of a drag. It's still a drag, though. With SmackDown, it's 2 hours. It's condensed. They've got a decent roster. They've got a small roster, but they make it work. I gotta say, I love the Heath Slater Rhino tag team. I would say SmackDown has a way better tag team division than Raw does. Like, Raw right now is New Day, The Club, the Shining Stars. They're feuding with Enzo and Cass. The Dudleys retired. They left WWE. So that's a kind of a big hit for the Raw tag team division. And then the fact that Jericho and Owens aren't going to tag anymore since Owens is champion. I think that was supposed to be the next big program for New Day. Would have been Owens and Jericho versus New Day, which I would have loved to have seen. I would have loved to have seen them have a tag run because they have such great chemistry together. Yeah, hopefully, I don't know. We'll see. What else was I gonna say? So yes, SmackDown's tag division is better. They've got decent women on the show. I'd probably give it to Raw. Raw is a better women's division. Raw has a better mid-card as well. If you look at the SmackDown mid-card, I think I talked about this on the last session, but Apollo Crews, Miz is fucking amazing. People really enjoy his stuff now. That whole thing with him and Daniel Bryan is fucking great. I enjoyed that a lot. But yeah, Miz has been good for quite some time now. And after that promo, people are starting to realize it. But yeah, Miz gets a lot of shit. His matches are they're hit or miss. It depends who he's working with. But fuck, the guy in the mic, he's great. He gets people legit hate him when he talks on the mic. He's got a beautiful woman by his side. Long intercontinental reign. He's multiple-time intercontinental champion. And yeah, he's doing his thing on SmackDown. I like it a lot. Shout out to Miz. But yeah, Raw definitely has a stronger mid-card. You got Cesaro, Sheamus, Sammy, Jericho, Roman, Rusev. I feel like I'm missing some other people. I don't know, but that's a good fucking group right there. It's way better than SmackDown's. But SmackDown just feels more tight and consistent, it feels like it has direction. With Raw, it just seems like a clusterfuck of a mess. You got Stephanie and Mick Foley, Triple H getting involved. They did have to change everything since Finn Balor got injured, but I guess that you gotta give him some leeway there. But yeah, I don't know. Just SmackDown's fucking great. Raw, I enjoy the cruiserweights. Speaking of cruiserweights, actually, I was talking about the world title before and how it's 4 of the titles. It's the Universal title, the world title, and both the women's. They redid the tag titles for SmackDown, but those look good. The bronze looks like shit, but the blue and the silver actually looks pretty good. What else? And the Cruiserweight title, too. At first, I didn't like it, because the title's literally bright purple. That's fucking eye-catching at first, and very distracting. At first, I'm like, dude, what is with these titles being so fucking colorful, dude? We got a red title, we got 2 white titles, a blue title, now we got a purple title. Fuck, what is with all this color stuff? I fucking hate it. But I kind of like the Cruiserweight title now. It looks really good. I would have liked to see Brian Kendrick on SmackDown. Even though he's part of the Cruiserweight Classic, I would have liked to see him on SmackDown. I think he can be a decent little mid-card heel. If you kind of build him like he was before he got released with a big muscle guy. Like before he had Ezekiel Jackson, if you put somebody else with him, I think it could be pretty good. And he could be pretty good in that mid-card section of SmackDown. Help fill it out, you know, he can have good matches with like Apollo, Ziggler, fucking throw him in that Intercontinental title section. I think it could be really good. But him in the Cruiserweight division is good. He's their only heel at the moment. You know, but it's only like 3 weeks in? 3? 2. I think it's going to be 3 weeks this Monday coming up. But yeah, TJ Perkins winning the Cruiserweight Classic. Fucking huge surprise. I think everyone was pretty surprised by this. I think everyone expected Kota Ibushi. I think everyone expected Kota Ibushi because we knew Zack Sabre wasn't signing. So it's like, oh, you know what? He'll make it far, but he's probably not going to win. And that's exactly what happened. But I think everyone thought Ibushi was going to win. I thought he was going to win too. And then when he got eliminated, I was like, oh, it's probably Grand Metalik. You know, he's got a mask. They love the fucking mask shit. Oh, I didn't whip him in the ring. You know, mask sells. It's going to appeal to kids and shit. So he's probably going to win and be the Cruiserweight champion. But giving it to TJ Perkins, fucking... I would have never guessed it, to be honest. I was surprised he even made it to the semifinals. Like, that was pretty nuts, but let alone win the whole thing. I mean, I like TJ Perkins. Like, I follow his career for a couple years now. I remember when I was still doing the weekly wrestling review, he joined Ring of Honor, and he had some really good matches and shit. And then he went to TNA, did the whole Suicide, Manic thing. Whatever else, whatever James Storm's group was called, I wasn't following it at that time. But, yeah, actually, speaking of James Storm, I kind of wanted to talk about TNA for a little bit, because, fucking Bound for Glory might not even happen this week. Like, I'm recording this on Friday, I don't know when this video is going to be going up, but at this time, there's a lot of fucking reports going out that, Bound for Glory hasn't happened. It's not going to happen. It might happen. This video is probably going to come out after Bound for Glory. I think it should be coming out after Bound for Glory. So Bound for Glory might have happened, but at this point, a lot of rumors going online. Like Bound for Glory might not even happen this weekend. You know, like that's fucking insane. And then, you know what? I'm going to be honest. I've been shitting on TNA the past few years. And that's because it's been shit. But I've been following the product for the past few months. I'd say ever since the final... the final deletion? I think it's called. Whatever him and Jeff's feud was called. The whole deletion thing. That's when I started kind of... Actually... I was kind of following TNA before that, too. I'd say when Mike Bennett kind of... No. When did I start following consistently again? I'd say probably around the time Moose came in. I was like, oh, that's a pretty big pickup for TNA, and the final deletion thing was going on at the time as well. And, you know, I was hearing stuff about that, and that being really good. I'd say around that time, yeah, when Moose came in to TNA. And, you know, now they got Sando or Aaron Rex. Not a fan of the name Aaron Rex. Aaron, sure. Rex? Why? And then Cody's coming in for, like, a hot minute. Like, apparently he's just supposed to come in, feud with Mike Bennett, then fucking peace out. So I don't know what's going to go on there, but his wife has signed a full-time contract. I think she's... God damn it, my dog's barking up a storm. He's going to be full-time... God damn it. Hold on, I got to see what he's barking about. Okay, I'm back. I've murdered my dog. Just kidding. Just kidding. I ate him. So what I was talking about before, I was talking about Cody... being... Okay, so yeah, Cody's only supposed to come in for like a short run in TNA. Literally, from what I've read, it's just supposed to be literally one program, Mike Bennett, and he's gone. His wife, on the other hand, like signed, I think, a full-time contract with TNA. So she's going to be there consistently. which is fine, cool. More people for the women's division. The women's division, or knockouts division, sorry. Their knockouts division's pretty good right now. It was in a shit spot for a while, but now it's pretty good. They're shit in tag teams. Like, they constantly have to make their own tag teams. Like, bring in some of these fucking indie tag teams. Like, come on. Your tag team division is so shit. And then the X division is just, I don't know. It's shit as well, but whatever. So yeah, bring in some more fucking tag teams. I'd love for TNA's tag team division to be so fucking good. At once, it was the best thing in TNA. Young Bucks, Beer Money, Machine Guns, LAX. Like, I fucked that up. Did I just lose the whole match because of that? Oh, fuck. But yeah, at one point, they had a fucking great tag team division. Now it's Decay. I literally lost because of one fucking misclick. That is so shitty. I'm gonna have to start from the beginning, aren't I? Of course I am. Fuck my life, man. Holy shit. It's okay, I love replaying matches. Well, it gives me more time to fucking talk about shit. So yeah, their tag team division at one point was so fucking amazing, and now it's like the Hardys are teaming again. You got the Decay, and that's about it. Like, there's probably some like, oh, they have the Tribunal, but they haven't done shit with the Tribunal. Like, they feuded like Grado and like Mahaba, I don't know how to pronounce his name, Shera, Mahabali Shera. Fuck, his name is weird. I don't know how to pronounce it. Sorry. Mahabali, fuck, now I want to try to pronounce it, but I'm just gonna butcher it so bad. That's probably best that I don't. Mahabali Shera. That sounds right. So yeah, they got him, they tag team, but they're not like a serious team. So yeah, they got the Tribunal, and that's it? Tribunal, Decay, Hardys, or Broken Alliance, I don't know what their fucking name is. Who else? I'm trying to think what other teams they have. Well, they have the Wolves, but Davies injured, and I think they're going to feud when they come back, if they come back. Like I said, I don't know what's going to go on with TNA. Bound for Glory might not happen. The impacts after that might not even happen. Yeah, so I'm honestly not even sure what's going on with TNA. Are they going to go out of business? I don't know. You've been hearing that for like such a long time. Is it finally going to be like the actual time that it happens? I'm not sure. Even though like I've had shit on TNA in the past, it's well deserved. Because they've done a lot of stupid shit. I don't want to see them fail. You know, like they're a great alternative. You know, wrestling needs competition. You got Lucha Underground, you got Ring of Honor, you got TNA, PWG, New Japan. There's just so much, and for them to be out of a job would be pretty shitty. I'd like to see a lot of those guys go to WWE or something, or other places, and make a name for themselves. But you know, I would also like just TNA to fucking be its own thing, because I think they're in a pretty good place right now. Like, people actually want to work for TNA. At one point, it seemed like no one wanted to work for TNA, like, because then you have the TNA like stank on you and kind of fuck you up. But people have fucking went to TNA and fucking established themselves as like there's life after TNA. AJ Styles, Jay Lethal, Bobby Roode. There's countless others. So fucking Kazarian and Daniels, The Addiction. The Machine Guns, they're fucking teaming up in Ring of Honor now. Fucking the Young Bucks leaving TNA was the best decision. Look how fucking like hot they are now as a team. Like, so people have done it and shit like that, and actually want to go to TNA, which is good. They've got a decent little roster right now. It's probably the best the roster's been in, like, I'd say since like MVP was there. Like when MVP was there, you know, they had a pretty good roster. Joe, they had Joe. I don't think they had AJ at that point. But they had a pretty decent roster, if I remember, around that time. And I'd say this is pretty good. Like, this is the best the roster's been since. So they got a lot of big names. Got EC3, Lashley, Mike Bennett, Moose, Aaron Rex, Drew Galloway, Braxton Sutter. I don't know why I mentioned him, like, of all the people, but Eli Drake, Tyrus, the Hardys, fucking the whole thing that they're doing is pretty interesting. More so Matt than Jeff, you know, because Matt seems to be like the brains behind it all, behind the deletion thing, the whole Decay feud, and it's been pretty entertaining. I've enjoyed it. So yeah, I hope they stick around, and hopefully, you know, this is just another bump in the road. They've had a very bumpy road, just with the networks, with fucking just controlling the company, fucking Hogan, Bischoff, Dixie, Jeff Jarrett. Like, the company has always been a fucking mess, from like the Office standpoint. Always had great wrestlers and rosters and shit. It's always just been the behind the scenes shit that's fucked them. So hopefully Billy Corgan is like the answer to TNA and fucking just does something with them, saves them, because that's what they need. Okay, don't fuck this up or I'm gonna have to play this again. And concentrating, I'm looking for the button, trying not to blink. I pressed it. Okay, I was like, I pressed it, but I still fell in. What the fuck? Oh, shit. We haven't had a video in a while, you know? Like, they usually play videos and shit before matches to kind of show the build-up. We haven't had one of those in a while, so I wonder what's... I don't know if I, like, accidentally turned it off, or there's just no videos for this portion, but... I'd love some videos, god damn it. Where'd that fucking gas container come from? I miss Buried Alive matches. They gotta bring it back. When's the last one that happened? I think it was Undertaker and fucking, what's it called? Undertaker and Shane? Not Undertaker and Shane, Undertaker and Vince. And then Kane came in and buried Undertaker. I think that was the last Buried Alive match.
Paul Bear in panic.
They need to bring it back.
Paul Bear waddling off. Where's he
fucking
going?
Bray Wyatt should do a Buried Alive match.
Getting out of harm's
I mean,
way.
he's literally getting buried in every fucking feud, so, you know, why not literally have a Buried Alive match?
Through hellfire and brimstone.
Poor Bray Wyatt, dude. Fucking, it saddens me, all the shit that he's not doing. Like, I feel like I don't know. It's just, is Kane gonna pop? What the fuck?
What? My God, it's Kane! What in the hell is going on? This is unbelievably macabre.
I saw that word and I'm like, what the fuck is that? I've never heard. Why am I Kane now? What the fuck? Am I Stone Cold Kane Austin? Is that who this is? I'm getting my ass kicked right now. But yeah, Bray Wyatt has been on a bit of a shitter lately. Like, it's been going on for like a couple years now. Every feud that he has, he loses. He literally has no momentum. They put him in all these feuds just for him to fucking lose. He lost to Kane at Backlash because Orton was injured. Then they did this whole thing because that was one of their big matches. But, man, I don't know what the fuck's going on with Bray Wyatt. Oh, another thing with SmackDown, they brought in Jack Swagger recently. Why? Like, it was so fucking random. Like, he lost a match, I think it was to Jinder Mahal on Raw. And then they did a backstage segment where it's like, Jack, your contract's expiring soon. What are you gonna do? And then, literally, he appears on SmackDown the next night. No build-up at all. No build-up. Why would SmackDown want him? He's a fucking loser. He's not going to add anything to the show. I mean, I like him, but from like a business standpoint, it doesn't make sense because like he's been on a losing streak as of late. You know, there's literally zero value in adding Jack Swagger to the SmackDown roster, besides literally having another warm body there. So, I mean, I like Swagger on SmackDown. Hopefully he gets to do some stuff. I think it's probably the best thing for him to appear on SmackDown. He'll actually get a chance to do stuff. Oh shit, I got it. Sweet. But yeah, Swagger when I did my draft, Swagger was one of the guys I put on SmackDown because I wanted to do a whole stable with Swagger, American Alpha, and Kurt Angle at the helm of it. You could even add fucking Shelton Benjamin if he comes to WWE after he's injured. Yeah, I always seen him on SmackDown, but he was on Raw for some reason. So. I think they should actually bring like one or two more people to SmackDown since they're adding all the cruiserweights. Even though we don't know how many people they're adding to this cruiserweight division, like at first, like I thought Tozawa was gonna be a part of the cruiserweight division, and Swagger, or not Swagger, Ciampa and Gargano, but they haven't appeared yet. So it's like, are they part of the cruiserweight division? Are they part of NXT? What's going on with that? Even though some of the I want to call them X division guys, some of the cruiserweight guys are appearing in NXT, like Cedric Alexander. So that's pretty cool. I like that. But yeah, with the addition of all these cruiserweight guys, however many there are going to be, take some of these fucking Raw guys that they're not doing anything with, send them to SmackDown. SmackDown needs like, I'd say one or two people to kind of round out that like mid-card roster. Like I said, I think Brian Kendrick would be a solid addition. Who else from Raw would be good to go to SmackDown?
I've never seen anything like this.
Cesaro maybe? I'm not sure.